section here on the right has this heading at the top, has my list of messages, and then it's supposed to also ultimately have the form at the bottom to add a new message, right? Let's go ahead and add that component. If this is message list and message, I'll call this message form. So I'll add a new component called message form.js, camel cased, capitalized. I'll import React from React. If we don't know otherwise, just start it as a functional stateless component. Stateless functional component, excuse me. So why not const message form equals arrow function. Before I do anything else, before I forget, because I totally will, export default message form. And then I just need to return some JSX. And let's see. This whole thing could probably just be a form instead of a div. So I'll make it a form with a class of message form. I don't want an action on it, though. I'd go ahead and put an input in there. So notice, of course, input is an empty element, so I need a self-closing tag, that slash before the angle bracket. Type equals text. Let's say name equal message. Or if you want, let's call it body, because that's the name of the field on message that this is going to be. I'll go ahead and put a placeholder on there. I'll type a message. Sure. I suppose I could go ahead and put a submit button in there too. Why not? Button, type equals submit. It'll say send. Now it's not on the page yet. If I make my window much narrower, which I ultimately will, this input will probably be a tad long. So I do this a lot in React. I break props up onto new lines, and then I make my closing tag, or my closing angle bracket, line up with my opening angle bracket. It's pretty common. That's not just a me thing. So I need to import this into which component? Chat. Chat is where chat header and message list are. Import chat form from, or excuse me, it was called message form. Message form from / message form. And then just throw it in there. And there it is. Looks terrible, but by golly, it's on the page. And you got to start somewhere. Doesn't look like I have any new warnings or anything, so far so good. Add message form component. Nice thing about breaking things into components, all that behavior and all that style and everything is self-contained. So you can just kind of make all these things start working in isolation of each other. Like we made message list work without worrying about its relationship to anything else. We just made it loop over a thing and spit them on a page. We can worry about making it talk to everything else later. But if you can make everything kind of self-contained and its behavior just goes along with it, it kind of makes life easier. And it gives us nice short components like this. So chat, the entire right box is just these three things. It's the chat header, it's the message list, and it's the message form. That makes it really obvious what it is because the component names are descriptive. It's the the header, the message list, and the message form. And that's exactly what it is when you look at it on the page. That's a lot easier to tell what's going on than seeing all those divs with all their details there. And if we ever wanted to do something crazy like put the form above the list, just go in here and change the dang order. You don't need to select like 20 lines of HTML or JSX, cut and paste it. Each little thing is its own self-contained component.